G'day guys, this is Sean from Better Finance, and in today's first video we're going to be talking about what to do when I get paid. Now I know a lot of people that when they get paid, they just spend all of it. They absolutely just spend all of their money. Anyways, here are the tips and let's get into it. So the first tip I would give is to pay yourself first. If you're living in a house or living in a rental property or you have a bunch of bills or whatever, when you get paid, make sure that you're putting at least 10% of your income that week aside into a savings account for yourself, like an emergency fund. You know, if you can just build like an $1,000 emergency fund, most people don't have an $1,000 emergency fund. Now this doesn't have to be a massive amount. You can, you know, maybe just put $20 aside or whatever it is, or $500 aside, whatever you want to do. Make sure that you are putting money aside for yourself first and then tackle anything else. Right, if you have a car, make sure you fuel your car. The last thing you want to do is have a full week of work, you have your weekend, and then, all right, time to start my week again, and oh my God, your car's empty and you're gonna be late to work, the boss is gonna be annoyed at you. You know, that's the last thing you want to have happening. So when you get paid, I know it could be a lot of money and the prices for fuel are terrible right now, but you need to fuel your car. Even if you just fill it halfway. If you know that can get you through your work week, just fill it halfway, but I would recommend filling it all the way, as you never know, you might need to make an emergency drive. It's better safe than sorry to fill up your whole car than to not fill it at all. So make sure you fuel your car. Tip number 3, pay off any debt. If you've got any credit card debt or any student loan debts, you want to start making sure that you're working towards paying them off, because paying off your loans and any debt or anything like that needs to be done quicker so that your credit score can be increased, which is a subject which we will get to in another video, all about credit score. But yeah, you want to make sure you're starting to pay off those debts, because the interest on a lot of these debts and loans is really bad right now. So make sure you're getting onto that. Groceries, you got to make sure that you eat and that you are able to live. So when you get paid, make sure you've at least got you know, a nominal amount of money that you can use to buy yourself food, and make sure that you're able to keep living. Don't go too hungry. Right, tip number 5, save. So I know I said pay yourself first in the first tip for this video, but this one is a bit different. By save, I mean, I want you to take a bit of the money that you have and just, besides a savings account, like when I said at the start, pay yourself first, you can put that into a savings account that you might need to use. But when I say save, I mean at the end of each week, set up an automated payment about $20. That's all you need. Like $20 you're not going to really care that much about. Set up a $20 payment and just have it go to another bank, like another bank account, a savings account for you that you can't touch until XYZ date. You know, I had one of these when I started working when I was 15. I had one of these and I couldn't touch it until I turned 20. I'm 22 now, and like seriously, it's something that you should do when you're young. If you're only just seeing it now, you know, if you're working and you're only just seeing it now, you can bump this up to $30 or $40, whatever you want to do, and you can't touch it. You know, it's just $20 goes out of your account just like that, and you don't see it. It's very helpful, and on top of your saving that you're doing for yourself, like paying yourself first, this will help heaps. Okay, tip number 6, in your budget, which I will go over in another video, write down how much you made and write down how much essential spending you've done. So in the next week when you get paid, you can look down at your budget and go, okay, I can see that I've made XYZ last week and I spent this much on the essentials. Maybe I made more this week, and you know, just because you made more money doesn't mean that you should be doing more spending. If you make more money, that's a good sign that you can do more saving. But still, you can go, okay, well this week, I know I made this and I know I spent this, so good, I'm still on track for my budget, or maybe I've, you know, made more money that I can write down to save. But if I'm below my budget, you can go, okay, well, what did I spend last week that I can maybe cut down on this week? My car doesn't need refilling because, maybe I didn't do a whole lot of driving this week. I don't need to write that in as an essential spending for this week. you know, those sorts of things. Just that you're comparing, you know, weekly to monthly spending whenever you sort of get paid. All right, tip number 7, put money towards investing. So this might be a bit of a scary topic, and I've only just started to approach it myself. Investing is a big, scary world and big, scary word as well. But investing can absolutely get you on the right track for when you're older, for retirement. Even if you're just, you know, my age, 22, and you're putting $500 a month into an index fund or your retirement fund or, you know, S&P 500. If you just keep doing that for, I forget how many years it was, but if you just keep doing that for, I think it was 30 years, 30 to 40 years, if you just keep doing that, the non-taxable money that you can get in the end from your compounding interest will be absolutely huge, and it'll set you up on top of your super that your employer pays you. So definitely start putting money aside to invest. It might only be, you know, if you can do it, if you can take $50 out of your pay and just sort of put it into like an account that you're only going to use for investing, do it, absolutely. All right, tip number 8. So have some money to live with, you know. Of course, everyone's got friends or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or things that you like. You know, look at my room. There's a bunch of shit in here I probably don't need, but it's me. All this stuff in here is me, and, you know, I wouldn't want anything out of this room to not be in this room. So, you know, still be you, but don't just go, I made XYZ this week, I'm going to treat myself and do this, because that's how you start to lose money again. We're not trying to get you to lose money, we're trying to get you to build money here. But yeah, still have a bit of money to do things with family, with friends, whatever, you know. Maybe get yourself a little treat every now and then, but don't go stupid silly with it. All right, tip number 9. Set goals for next week, fortnight, or month. So if you want to say, okay, I feel like I'm saving, but I'm not sort of saving as much as I want to, you know, go back to your budget and look at what you're spending, what you're saving, what you're putting away, all that sort of stuff, and make goals for what you want to achieve. So with your next pay, you know, okay, well, do I want to set aside more for saving? Next week, do I want to think about maybe buying more groceries so that I can stop eating out so much and I can eat more at home and save more money? You know, that one bigger grocery payment can save you so much on eating out. Seriously. And last tip number 10, do not spend it all. I cannot tell you how many people I knew in high school, and I still know today, who absolutely spend pretty much all of their money. They don't leave themselves with very much. Do not do that. I know that the numbers that you see when you know, get paid can make your eyes go wide with dollar signs, but please don't spend all of your money. That's the last thing you want to do. You really want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for the future, and you want to make sure you have a future. So, you know, definitely set money aside for saving, investing, all the tips that we covered. Anyways, I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. There's going to be a few more after this one, so stay tuned for those. They're going to be just as helpful. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys.